My man Reuben.
How you doing, Lee?
I'm not even going to try to say your last name. I'm going to let you say it for me.
Reuben Unije.
Unije. That's what I would have guessed.
Yes, sir.
So let's see. So IMG.
Yes, sir.
IMG. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Atlanta.
Atlanta. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
So let's. What part of Atlanta?
I grew up I grew up with my dad in Scottsdale. Then I went to Johns Creek area for like middle school, high school.
Okay. So mom and dad both still around?
No, I mean they're not together, but they're still in my
You
life.
have a relationship with both of them?
Yes, sir.
I got you. All right. So childhood in Atlanta. We go to IMG.
Yes, sir.
And what year did you go to IMG?
I went there all the way until the end of 2018, so 2019.
No, but did you go like junior and senior?
Yeah,
or?
junior and senior.
Junior and
year.
senior year. Okay, perfect. So junior and senior year at IMG,
Yeah.
and then you signed at Houston.
No, I signed at Illinois. Then I'm at Illinois for a year, University of Illinois.
So you see all these things for NFL scouts is like, why did he move so much?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So that's where we're at. And what I want to tell all these NFL scouts is if I could have hit unrestricted free agency every year of my NFL career, made more money, my ass would have been gone. And I was a grown man. I had
Yeah.
a family to provide for. So that's what's crazy right now for you guys is you're teenagers, and then boom, you have agents. Maybe they're good, maybe they're not. I know there's a lot of. My favorite thing with all you guys is my agent used to be an NFL agent. I'm like, his ass used to be an NFL agent, and now he couldn't get any clients, and he wasn't damn good at it. So now he's an NIL agent. No offense to all you guys out there that are NIL agents. If you could be NFL agents, that's what you'd be doing, right? And then there's certain guys that are successful NFL agents, and they realize they got to get a hold of these kids early because you have a relationship with your NIL agent your whole collegiate career. You're probably going to use them in the league too. So the game is changing, but when it first started, there were a lot of agents jumping on the scene who weren't very good. I'm not saying that was your guy. I'm just saying it's a crazy landscape for all these NFL guys with you guys, and you were the first. You were the first one.
Yeah.
Like you were the first group of kids that was in this situation, not knowing what the hell was going on or how to handle yourself. So, all right, we got to start at the beginning. We got to tell the whole story.
Yeah.
So Illinois.
Yeah, so Illinois, that was before the agent. The agent, more so NIL was like my last year at Houston and Louisville. So Illinois was more so. I'll say, I was young, and so I came in there with high expectations to play as a freshman. I early enrolled, and I was like getting first team reps, and it was all good. And adversity hit. Come fall camp, I had got a concussion, and when I came back from the concussion, the coach had moved me all the way down to the last string from rotating first string, and that had me frustrated. And I felt like the season's about to be here, and I just went from rotating to backup because at that point in time I'm young. I'm like they just told me I'm gonna be like the face of the O line, one of the highest rated recruits they got. So then I felt played. In hindsight, I wish I could talk to myself back then and be like, relax. Like this is
Absolutely.
part of you just turned 18. This is part of the journey. Like he's just building you up for the future, like letting you know best abilities, availability, everything. Like don't let things get in your head and make you. So at that time I was like, you know what? The transfer portal just became a thing. And I still got these schools, Penn State, LSU, like coaches like, hey, if you ever wanna, we always got a spot for you. So I entered the portal. So I left Illinois. But at that time, it wasn't like a guaranteed you could leave and play immediately. So I ended up having to go to junior college. So I had to go to junior college route because they didn't accept my hardship waiver for any of those schools. So I went the junior college route. Ended up playing JUCO ball at Iowa Central and Coahoma Community College. Uh, Ended up doing pretty good in JUCO. And then Houston came, all conference my first year. It was all good. And then, I had some injury hiccups. And that was my first time ever in my career ever dealing with an injury when I got to Houston. And I had torn my meniscus, nothing crazy, but I was just trying to rush back from it because I was like, no way. Like I just made all conference. I'm trying to one more year and go to the league. I'm seeing people in my grade, starting to have like draft hype and all that. So that next year I tried to rush back, end up not being able to come back, because I didn't like let it properly heal, do the proper treatment, get it to the strength it needed to be. So I ended up medically redshirting that year. And then I came back the next year, and the next 2 years, I had good years at Houston. And this is where NIL gets in. My last year at Houston, you know, NIL was like the second year of NIL. And they were trying to. They told me I didn't have an agent at this time, but they told me they would pay me a number, and I was hearing from other agents like I didn't sign, but I was hearing, like you're worth more than that. Da da da. If you sign with us, we got these schools telling you blase blase blase. So I used that to negotiate with Houston to pay me more, and it didn't really sit right with them because I guess they were trying to it's negotiations, so people can get their feelings felt
On both sides, for
yeah
sure.
yeah vent over negotiations, but that was neither here or there. We had the season to play. We got to the season. I'm having a decent year, above average year, and then we're not having a good year as a team. And then the coach, I didn't notice at the time, but apparently the coach is on the hot seat, right? So we have this. We're going to our last game of our season. If we win this game, we go to a bowl game. If we don't win this game, we don't go to a bowl game. And the game before against Oklahoma State, I had got a grade high 2 ankle sprain, and it was like swollen as a balloon. I'm like, at this time, I'm about to declare. I'm like, okay, I got the East West Shrine Bowl. I'm finna go to East West Shrine Bowl. I can't have my ankle messed up. So I didn't play the last game, even though he was asking me to play, whatever, whatever. I didn't play. Coach ends up getting fired the day after the game. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. And then I ended up deciding to also enter the portal like a day after he got fired. And I entered the portal. I blew up immediately. And then, Louisville, there were some coaches from Houston, like a strength coach from Houston who was there, who vouched for me, and like a couple of my other online teammates played online there at Louisville. So I went to Louisville. It was perfect at Louisville, and then this were to the beginning we were talking about the NIL agent. I'm like, all right, let me not negotiate myself no more at this point.
So here's what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
And like I told you before, none of these NFL guys want to hear about how everybody else did something wrong.
yeah,
Right? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So you were in a situation,
yeah,
and my thing is there's people all along your path that have been with you that vouch for you,
yeah,
period.
yeah,
The problem is the perception out there because of the few people that have opinions the other way
yeah.
have gotten a stronghold in who is Reuben and Unije. Reuben
Unije.
Unije.
Perfect.
Oof. So somebody Louisville vouches for you. Boom. You head to Louisville.
hmm
So what happens now?
It's all good. Going through spring ball, dominating. I went to Louisville. They told me, "Hey, we'll pay you X amount," because I was like a late signee. They're like, after spring ball, you do good. You're starting. We'll pay you. We'll negotiate for more. So I'm going through spring ball. I'm doing really good, dominating. The running back, basically three of the highest paid people on the team are signed to this one agent, and one of it was a running back. And I like watching film with the running backs. So when we do team run, when we do run, I know like what they're seeing, what they. So I was watching film with the running back, and he's like, "Man, like you're killing it out here. Like, man, who's your agent? How much they paying you?" And I told him, like, I don't have an agent. They're paying me this. He's like, bro, you're crazy. You need to sign my agent. He's going to be able to get you way more. Gives me his agent number. Call him. He watches my film. He's like, oh, yeah, nah, like, you're going to get way more. Just keep doing what you're doing and let me handle it all. So I just focus on ball, and I'm just going through spring ball, and I'm talking to the agent here and there. And he's like, oh, yeah, don't worry about it. They're trying to play hardball, but uh, don't worry about it. I deal with this all the time. Don't worry, they did the same thing with the other people who I got here. I got you. Then next year I know, like a couple of days before the end of spring ball, we have an online dinner, get done. The next morning I get a call from my online coach, and he's like, yeah, the head coach is hearing from your agent that if we don't pay you way more, then you're gonna leave, and you're gonna bring the Houston guys with you, the guys who are your friends from Houston, and saying that you're influential on the team and people will come with you. I said, huh? I'm like, I never told him to say anything like that. I'm like, why would I even? I'm like, I'm like, I came here on a business decision. I'm like, this is like one extra year I got. I didn't do this to, like, try to make all this money, NIL. Like, I had a draft grade, leaving Houston, and I decided to come back because I wanted to boost the draft grade. It wasn't really about boosting NIL. That's why I never had an agent. But he's like, well, you need to talk to the head coach because right now he's hot because he thought everything was good with us and da da da. Try talking to him, but it's like he just feels like the damage is like pretty done. He's like you would have to apologize to everybody and all that. And I'm like, wow, like if I'm going into the season like looking, with this bad blood. I don't know if that'd be good for my career, and like I don't know how that would be for me being here. So like I thought it was in my best interest to just start new, and I fired that NIL agent immediately, and it was just really that was an eye opener for me because it taught me that you really can't rely on other people as much, especially these so-called agents, because everybody has ulterior motives. Of course he's doing it because he gets paid, so of course he's gonna want to try to get me the biggest contract so he can get a bigger amount of money from it. But I was ignorant to that at that point. But I learned my lesson from that. There's no bad blood with me and anybody from Louisville. I still keep in contact with the coaches, the online coach, and all that, and one of the other coaches. So that was good. And I ended up going to UCLA. Got to UCLA. Thank God I went there because, like you said, everything happens for a reason. Because I met, the two most influential coaches in my life at UCLA. Coach Juan Castillo and Eric Bieniemy, and then three really Deshaun Foster, the head coach there. Not no more, but when I got there, all three of those guys. So I went there and it was awesome. I loved everything where Coach Castillo taught me everything. Eric Bieniemy taught me everything. Still talk to them to this day. Lifelong connections for me. Learned a lot. And then even when I this past year with the new online coach I had, Andy Kwan, learned a lot from him. You know, I feel like I'm the most ready now, mentally, more than physically, for the NFL. I feel like I was physically ready, you know, back when I was leaving Houston and everything. But I feel like now, for like mentally, just being through everything I've been through, I feel like this is all it's like all like lessons to like whenever like I'm in that any situation where it may involve perceptions or anything, like knowing how to handle myself and knowing how to handle the situation to where like I'm not coming out of it looking like the bad guy, or anything like that. Just lessons learned. That's how I kind of look at it.
Well, you're far from a bad guy, my friend, and you're a big, pretty sucker with a lot of gifts. Um, and we just need to show the world who you are,
Yeah,
right? And that's what I want to do. And as humbly as I can say this, when certain people watch this, I would not stick my neck out on the line for you if I thought it would damage my reputation or my word.
that's
I
real.
wouldn't do it. So, no offense to all the NFL scouts out there, but um, me, John, everyone here, we did life with these NFL guys for a long time, and they know mine and John's character. We're both a little crazy, and we had our moments for sure. But I'm proud to say that our reputations are good, and these men trust us. So my hope for you, and the reason I've never done this before, we've in all the pre-draft training, I've never done this. I'm passionate about doing it because I want these guys to hear from me that this is a good young man who went through a journey,
Man,
a journey,
man,
and learned a lot of lessons. So actually, you are more prepared than other guys.
man.
You're more prepared to handle yourself the right way. You're more prepared to understand that when situations come up that are uncomfortable and it may feel like adversity,
Mm-hmm.
you understand that feeling is a growth moment, not a moment of fight back.
Mm.
And then the fact that you went through junior college ranks and passed 27 hours of school in one semester, like those are the things that aren't being talked about.
Yeah, they're
We're talking
not.
about how you and this is not a shot at any NFL owner, coach, GM. Those guys are my friends.
Mm,
I have a great relationship with a lot of upper management guys that I truly view as friends. But all I gave a shit about was what my teammates thought,
that's
and,
real.
and they all knew that. Don't ask me to do anything that crosses the line with my teammates. Period. Ever. You were just the first group of young players to run through this NIL shit show, and you didn't understand or know the repercussions of how all these things were going to happen. Letting your agent handle everything, and da 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 da. That's what you should be able to do, buddy. You should be able to let your agent handle everything.
Yeah.
That's his job.
When it comes to me, I have a good heart. Some things like everybody, has their own different perception of you, and nobody's perfect. So I know I'm not perfect. I don't always handle things the right way. Like from this story, like with Illinois, I should have handled that better. Even with the agent thing, and even at Houston, when I was negotiating myself, Like, listening to outside noise for negotiating, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of things I could have handled better. But if there's one thing I would want to say to any NFL personnel watching this, I would just like to say, if you think I'm talented enough, I would love for you just to try to, get to know me. Try to, call any of the coaches you're about to see, speak up for me, call them about me, or, just do a little deeper dive because it's more than what meets the eye. Because I know, like Lee and I were saying, all the things I've been through, they're lessons. They're more so things that I can use to help myself be better in the long run, not just for myself, but for my teammates, for the organization, for my family, just for any individual. So this is not; these weren't things that were setbacks. These were stepping stones, and all that led me to where I am now. For you to even be seeing the video, and I would love just for the opportunity to show my worth and show what I can offer to the team.
If I knew how to take this off, I'd rip it off and drop it. Well
Yes,
said. I give you my word that I will go to work for you.
sir. Thank you.
I'm in the fight with you,
Thank you.
but you just got to understand it is what it is. And as soon as you get that opportunity, go earn it and show everybody exactly who you are, and then everything else take care of itself. Because
Yes, sir.
God's plan for your life is exactly what it is, and we're
Yes,
sitting
sir.
here on purpose.
Yes, sir.
All right, boy.
Thank you.
All right, man. Yes, sir.